stuff will stay going down around the Anna way, man. Like, you know, as I seen, like when I pulled it up, man, Alley Boy, man, it resembles always banging. You know what I mean? Always banging. Niggas is always banging, man. This stuff is crazy, man. Like, it's like, like I had a good future Division I scouted ball player, man. I'm one of the best ball players to ever hold a ball over here. Athletes come up over here. Legends. And it's all gone. So I'm out here right now on the side of Buffalo Wild Wings. This is a huge dating spot. And it's hard for me to contact. Here I'm contacting Lupe Cortez. Cortez Holmes. She's the Cortez Holmes. Tough Lupe Cortez. And she looks like the dude from Tustin. Like, I don't know if she's related to what's his name? Dreamer? The little dreamer that I was about to go over to the park. Me and Ice Cold, Mark Quarles, Gary were about to go over to the park, and I was gonna. Well, then I didn't even have the same as much chance as I have now. I was just out of a wheelchair, bro, for 3 months. That was junior year. I don't know how the heck I was over here fighting everybody and carrying on. But all I know is, ever since I've been hurt, right? And that's from my injury that I succumbed of from a wheelchair where Pac was at, same place where Pac was at. You know what I mean? Outlaw spots. You know what I mean? Outlaw of it all, bro. Outlaw of it all. Outlaw spots, man. 2025 in times, man. Ever since my injury, I've been fighting over here. And I've been shipped over here. It was to Tustin High School. You know what I'm saying? And I've been fighting the Mexicans and the niggas, bro. The Mexicans and the niggas, we've been war zoning, bro. I don't even know what to say. Which one is even worse, bro? It's enemies on both sides of shady, corrupted stuff, bro. The whole school showed up. You know what I mean? I'm going over to go meet up and fight with this little freaking clown over because he's sitting on my desk. He's sitting in my desk in my seat in the morning of Mr. Peterson's class. Lupe, we was both in Mr. Peterson's class, some ADD classes. Because after sports were gone, then that was all there was. That it wasn't no outstanding student. I wasn't no Einstein or anything. So I was back to why they had held me back over here at Tata up the street. Tata Elementary up the street. I basically had went back to that mode. Scribbling on the paper and why they had held me back. So the ADD basically had me I wasn't going nowhere in life, but dropping out after the 2 broken ankles to the wheelchair. And they didn't do nothing about this. I just feel like, dude, why was I dumped to this hood, to this hellhaven of all these cholos and all these gang members coming out of a wheelchair? I was a Division I scouted ball player. I was about positivity. I was a good kid, bro. Maybe I wasn't, my grades had a problem because I had a learning disability, but I was focused on having a life and doing good things, getting a scholarship and getting the next level. And it wasn't about money. It wasn't about money. It was about my love and passion that I had for the game, for basketball. Football was done, but I was very amazing football too. So Newport Beach Seahawks. I said, Wendy needed to put my godson Max in the Newport Beach Seahawks, where I laid it down. 10 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. You know what I mean? Whenever he wants to toughen up and play some football with the real G's. Baseball, some soft. Get your money, but it's boring as all get out. It's boring, but hey, do your thing. Do your thing. Hit the ball at the park. Make it sell. It's better than sitting out here stranded in Santa Ana with no job. Sitting up in Starbucks, hogging up space. He ain't going nowhere. I've seen that man in the streets for years. Years. He's been sitting out here in the streets and not going nowhere with himself. So I just had to finally say that on the way out because I know it's good. It's over. This is it. So I thought I better just check his suspension one good time, and enlighten him. You know what I'm saying about Amaru Shakur that's within me. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? Thug life. Enlighten him of the thug life that is within me. 17th Street, Santa Ana. Mary Magny found Jesus resurrected from the dead, bro. You know what I mean? Thug life. 17th Santa Ana, the hood. This is the hood. What are y'all talking about? Y'all, what are they telling me? You telling me that I'm just seeing things, man? Stuff is messed up, bro. You know what I mean? I've been fighting, bro. I've been just fighting these streets, man, and just getting into all type of stuff, near life and death situations. You know, Dreamer, we went over to the park. I went over, Dreamer. I don't know if that's Lupe's cousin. Is that your cousin? That's all I know, rumor, but Dreamer looked a lot like Lupe. He's a little dude. Because there was some other cat at Tustin before I got there who was identical twin to me, who was fighting them all, I guess. And he got chased all the way to Las Vegas. They showed up at his house with a gun, I guess. Legend has it, you know what I mean, that he was fighting them all and laying them out. And it was, I guess he was a tough deal too. He's tough like me too. And then he had to get up out of there. He had to shake the city because they showed up at his house with a gun. I had to shake Tustin too because GD pulled a gun on me. GD's pulled Tustin Disciples pulled a gun on me at the gas pump. So I was green light by the GDs. Matter of fact, big nigga Dwayne, big as Suge Knight. You know, I mean, I could give him a little run and defend myself, but the nigga is freaking big, dog. He was on the football team playing lineman. Hitting Dwayne, you're hitting a steel wall. His head is like a watermelon. It's like very joke. His head's like a watermelon. But all the GDs were after me. All the niggas were after me, bro, over there. If you could, Pilgrim got ticked off over the F Tustin stomp that I did. You know, whatever the case is, me and Goodman been throwing down, you know, Goody, he was on the football team, and we were throwing down for years, and he be setting stuff up and having other people, he's trying to have me killed. He's trying to have me take out the game or something, but things have calmed down with Little Goody. That's good, and it needs to, because he has a temper. He has an out-of-control, raging temper problem, and he's dark, and he's like a cockroach-looking freaking crazy nigga, and he don't want to admit the fact that he got his little freaking butt hurt messing around right here, as he is supposed to be, because he's a little guy with a little man temper, and he's trying to be something he's not. He's trying to be something he's not. He was trying to be Pac, but he let that go. Now he's let that go. He's let it go, and he's doing the family thing. He's playing his little semi-pro ball. Whoop wop. You know what I mean? I'm over here outside of Buffalo Wild Wings right now. Santa Ana, Bristol Street, the hood, bro. You know what I mean? Marched geared up. Poetic Justice 2025, man. St. Patrick's Day. Outlaw Spox, man. Formerly You Not Spox, man. I'm over here right now, bro. I'm over here right now. Santa Ana bound, bro. And telling y'all, man. You know what I mean? The legend of it, bro. Legend has it of it, man. You know what I mean? Of amazement, bro. You know, poetry is my life. It's my existence. It's the air I breathe. I'll be doing poetry until they put me in Pacific View. One of the number one poets of it, man. After Shakur, bro. These guys are freaking bozo clowns at Tustin, bro. They're disgracing the music. And you know what? It's coming to its end. You see what God's doing. You know what I mean? Hey, all blessings and prayers, all blessings out the Chuz. It's a horrible situation. But you guys been doing your wrong. Mark my words, you guys been doing your wrong. Right? Right? By battle rapping and talking, making fun of people, and making these little jokes up, getting over and rallying up. Chasing and talking about me being special education, making fun of this joke about being ADD, talking this nonsense in his little rhymes and stuff, because he was experienced. Now look at me. Look where ADD got me now. Where are you at? Where you at, Mr. Hollywood? I'm Tustin niggas, man. I beef, man. Tustin is absolutely banned, bro. Like Tustin, been beefing with Tustin since high school really ended. It's just the beef just grew and grew, and they mess with me, and now this is just what it is. Tustin is just, I got F it written on my arm, right next to Wipe My Youth, Wendy Montezuma, Godson, Max, man. You know what I mean? Tustin, man, dude, the Tustin Cobras, man. You know, and this stuff with James Goodman and the war he made over there, this stuff in Orange County, it's messed up everywhere, dude. I think that Orange County is a war zone, dude. There's hardly anywhere good to live. Like Santa Ana's bad. Anaheim is freaking bad. All these cholos, all these Southsiders and stuff, right? At the park with knives and stuff, okay? You're mean mugging and, you know, the racial discrimination, crazy stuff. I think Orange County is just a war zone, bro. You know, San Ed 17th Street is content. That's why I labeled it as content, bro. If you slip up over here, okay, with these Mexicans, you could be dead, and the niggas. And there's crazy niggas. There's real crazy niggas too. This stuff is crazy. You know what I mean? So yeah, Tustin ended up basically. I had to get out of Tustin. Tustin got banned for me too. I had to hide out of there. The GDs were after me. They were freaking pressing me real hard. Then I hopped up out on them all at their party, jumped out and hit them all up. They were chasing the car down, like three of them, three niggas. How the frick I'm gonna beat up three niggas as one person? It's time to get out of Dodge, bro. They got an army and there's one of me. It's one of me and there's armies of y'all and they're partying and doing this nonsense with Von Trell, and my disability has tempered me of the whole matter of standing, of dancing, you know, all type of stuff. You know, so I think stuff got messed up with Wendy, and it'll never be good because she's a freaking dancer. And my legs are messed up. My legs are messed up, so dancing is not my thing. And it don't need to be. Why does it need to be? Who cares about it? You're being a clown. Wendy's being a clown, and she's wanting to go shake her little behind and get drunk until she's not going to open her eyes up no more, and she's going to see who is really in charge of things. Grow up. Get out of this. She's still doing this with her family. You know, this girl, this stuff is just crazy, dude. And I met this girl, she didn't speak no English. She didn't speak no English when I met her. Now I take her mind. And this is what she just transforms into. Man, this stuff is crazy, from Tustin to Santa Ana to this stuff with the Mexicans, man. You know, I'm not saying it's all bad, but it is bad, man. It is shady. It's corrupt. It's crazy, dude. And the niggas. It's like I'm now in my own lane, bro. Doing my own thing. But Tustin, yeah, I got, just like the other lookalike of me, this twin, his name was Byron, I guess. He was fighting all the Mexicans over there, the BBRs. There was Fish Street. I ride it with Fish Street. I ride it through hands with Fish Street over there. Jump it in. And Jack in the Box, a riot broke out. It was supposed to be a one-on-one. And I held mine down and threw down like I said I was going to do. And the other niggas rolled out. So, and that's it, man. And Tustin and Santa Ana are one, really, because everybody is coming over here. Ain't nobody going to sit over there because the gang units done ran all that stuff out. So this stuff is, you know, it's all like one freaking tent. It's like one tent of a bunch of nonsense niggas. And pharaohs of Egypt, Mexicans being the pharaohs of Egypt, man. Over here messing with the food and things, man. Food going up. Famine is hidden. Hardly anywhere to eat. Famine is hidden. Wars are breaking off. Nation is rising against nation. The love is growing cold. Okay? People are acting crazy, man. The world is at its end, bro. We're seeing the end times, bro, that are prophesied, man, from the Lord the Most High, man. To have this go down in March at this McDonald's across the street. The Buffalo Wild Wing on they nonsense. That's the dating, the hot shot dating. Come in here, be a hot shot with the Latina girl. You know, the brother who has a nice little job, and that's the only reason why she's gonna stay around. That's what we'll call this. You know, food is all freaking contaminated. Food is all, there's hardly any food, man. You know what I mean? We ain't got hardly, look, there it is on my arm right there. There it is on my arm for the IE loves. Okay, I put it right there. There ain't no IE love. You know what I'm saying? Check that out. Check that out too on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. That's my IE way deal. Taking a break on it, and I'm interviewing this true getting real, because that's more of a comical deal. I mean, more funny with my niggas, because it's better to be a better person and cool it down, the negativity and everything. But there ain't no IE love. The love is gone. The love is gone cold. Just the Bible even told you that it was this way, that why it was this way, and why it's all so messed up, and everything's getting so messed up as we go further into COVID. As we go further into COVID. You know what I mean? So Outlaw Spots, I just preach it and tell it the real of what's going on. And that's what I do. I put it to my pen, to my pad, and I tell my pain, tell my stories. And this is what I do. This is what I partially pursuing for my hobby career. I've become pretty much kind of outlawed from the industry, blackball deal, industry to the world, to the light, to everything. But I'll always be doing poetry. You know what I mean? And ministering. I'm cutting down on the acting. I was doing the theater. I'm getting serious. Real serious right now. Lots of some messed up stuff is going down here hood bound. Some crazy stuff is getting crazy here in the hood. It's thug like, you know what I mean? The thug's lane. So I'm getting real, serious here, you know what I mean? And, buckling down, you know what I mean? But, food is getting really crazy and contaminated, and living is really messed up. Rent's going through the ceiling, getting crazy. There ain't hardly nowhere to live. There ain't hardly nowhere to eat. Or be happy. Everything's going up. Everything's getting crazy. Man, it's such a war zone. We are seeing the end times, the end of it all. The love has grown cold. So I'm done right here. I'm going to stop again here at 1730. March goes down. McDonald's, Bristol, SEGESTROM. Food got messed with. Racist, discriminating, Mexicans, bothering a Black Panther veteran of the United States. So I'm out of here. Outlaw Spots, gone.